Y'all were down 4 about 3.5 minutes left in that second quarter. What do you feel like was the key to ending that first half? I think it was a 20-5 run. Allowed you guys to control that second half.
What was the question?
You guys basically went on a 20-5 run to end the first half. Y'all were down with like 3.5 minutes in the game in the second quarter. Like, what was the key to closing the second quarter as well as you did?
Yeah, I think just getting stops. You know, they got a few offensive rebounds, you know, a couple of 50-50 balls that kept them in the game, some loose balls around the basket. And, you know, getting some stops. We had to get out in transition, you know, capitalize on some easy baskets. And then, you know, just offensively, I thought we did a good job with our spacing. I thought, you know, we made some shots, but, you know, James, you know, only having 12 assists, but he really could have had 20. You know, he got a lot of passes at Daniel and Zoo around the basket where they got fouled. And then we got a lot of open threes as well, you know. So just playing good offense, taking care of the basketball, only having 3 turnovers at halftime, you know. And so when we take care of the basketball, we are a dangerous team.
What did you talk about at halftime, and how did the team execute from there?
Just continue to keep making quick decisions, make sure we get back out to spacing. We know this team, you know, they love to protect the paint, so we got to make sure we don't go too deep and make the right play before we get into any traffic. And our guys did a good job of doing it all night.
A month ago today, you guys were right in a 6-game losing streak. Just a month later, you guys won 12, 15, 7 in a row. Big picture-wise, just a month into it, is this about how you expected things to go? You think it would take a bit of time for them to get together?
Yeah, I mean, and we still got to continue to keep getting better. But, you know, the progress is being made. The guys are putting in the work every single day. Like I said, whether it's, you know, practice, which we haven't had a lot of, but the shoot-arounds, we've been really using those shoot-arounds to get better. You know, each game, each shoot-around. And the guys are putting in the work. And like I said, James are grabbing, you know, Tyson, Zoo, and Bones, and those guys every day. Just continue to keep working on the game, continue to work on how he wants to set the pick and rolls and getting out of it quick. And so, you know, Kawhi and James talking, Kawhi, PG, and James talking. So the guys are putting in the work, and you can slowly see it starting to build.
Kawhi's got 169 points in his last 177 minutes on 65% shooting. It's gotten into him.
He's a great player, you know, and he's feeling good. Like I said, I think it all just stems back from just training camp. I think of, you know, PG and Y being healthy and being able to have a hard, tough training camp to get in condition to go through this type of schedule we have right now. You know, it's been a tough schedule for us, but guys are fighting through, playing back-to-backs, playing a lot of minutes, and you know, he's just in great shape. His body feels good, and hopefully we can continue to keep it rolling.
Since you became coach, you've seen a lot of stretches where Kawhi's looked at this level or playing extremely well. Is the way he's doing it these last couple weeks any different, unique in any way to you than a standout compared to previous stretches?
Yeah, I think the biggest difference is, you know, he's actually, you know, guarding the best players now. Usually we try to conserve him for, you know, offensively, but he's been wanting to take that challenge. Like, man, y'all can put me on the best players, you know, more, you know. And so T-Man's done a great job of just starting the games, taking that responsibility, and then PG and Kawhi, you know, taking over down the stretch. And so just to see the way he's guarding, you know, he's able to move, and that means he's 100% healthy, you know, and so he feels good. And we know he can score the basketball at a high rate and very efficient, but just defensively, what he's being able to do is incredible.
Which I know a couple years ago, I feel like you were joking that you showed a video of yourself to Zoo, like you dunking, and said,
yeah.
Why can't you be like this?
Yeah.
What'd you make of his first quarter dunk?
It was all right. It was okay. He should have a lot more of those.
Hey, Coach, James only 6 shots tonight. When he's less aggressive like he is tonight, but dishing out 12 dimes like that, do you look for him to kind of pick and choose his spots, or in kind of controlling the offense and controlling the pace, or do you want to kind of see him continue to be aggressive, look for a shot, but maybe try to get to the double-digit assists if guys are making shots?
I don't think he was less aggressive. I think, you know, one thing about James is he's going to make the right play 100 out of 100 times. And so if his shot is there, he's going to take it. And if the pass is available, he's going to make the pass. And so we came into the game knowing that New York has their guys, their bigs up. So it's not a lot of room to attack downhill and get to the basket. So he was making all the right passes, all the right plays. And like I said, he should have had 20 assists tonight. You know, just how easy he was able to make the reads and make the passes. And, you know, Zoo got fouled a couple times. Like I said, Daniel got fouled a couple times. A couple of open three-point shooters. And so James is not really worried about scoring or points. He's just taking what the defense gives him every night, and then we're able to capitalize on it.
He made a look like a rotation change with Amir continuing to play with Paul coming back. How does Amir fit in with the second unit with how the team is playing as a whole?
Just, like I said, Amir, he's always been one of my favorite guys. And, the year when PG and Kawhi were out, just seeing the steps he took every single game of getting better and better. And he was a big reason why we was 42-40 that season, when we missing Kawhi and PG. And so I've always had confidence in Amir and, just with the players we have and the guys we've been acquiring. He's been the guy that's had to always wait and be patient. But the biggest thing about Amir is he stayed patient, but he continued to keep putting the work in. And when we call his number, he's always ready to play. You saw it in San Antonio, you saw it last game against Golden State, and then tonight as well. And so he's earned the right to have opportunity to play. And so that's what we're doing right now.
Has there been the better change in? I mean, he's a incredible.
Say it again.
Like a change in his demeanor and how he's going about things. Like he's pretty even keeled in general, but it does feel like he's even more motivated, ready to show what he can do after waiting his turn for 5 seasons. It seems like. Yeah, I mean, like I said, putting in the work every day. Cookie, Dante, Sean Fine, Bo, Connor, all those guys just 3-on-3, 2-on-2, 5-on-5 to stay ready games. Individual work with Jeremy every single day. And so. And just being patient. Like I said, and it's hard to do as a young player, especially when you put the work in and you feel like you have, you're good enough to play, every night. And it's for him to be patient, still be a good teammate, put the work in, being a professional. And like I said, I'm just happy that he's getting an opportunity right now.
Ty, with you guys on their winning 7 straight right now, you guys are winning a lot. Is this what you envision in terms of everyone's roles on the team when you guys first acquired James Harden?
Yes, it's exactly what I envision. Just how we should play, how we can play, and the biggest thing is just PG, Kawhi, and James making each other better, on a night-to-night basis. And so we understand, they're 3 future Hall of Famers along with Russ, and so it's going to be a different guys' night every night. It could be a different guys' night every night. It depends on how the teams are playing us. What teams are willing to take away. And so, with that being said, we got 3 guys in the starting lineup that they have to make each other better and have to realize, like tonight, James, 6 shots, but Kawhi 12 for 16 had it going, PG 11 for 18 had it going. So James is gonna make all the right plays and all the right reads, and it was their night tonight. And so that's what we got to understand, and that's a sacrifice that we have to make if we want to be good.
Terrence scored 11 of his 13 in the second. I believe most of them came towards the end on that run. For him, who's been struggling with his shot at times, what have you seen out of him, and what does a night like tonight do for him confidence-wise?
Just like I said, putting the work in, and not letting it get to him, not letting it get in his head. He's a career 39% three-point shooter, and when you miss, the first half of the season, where we're at right now, the first part of the season, half the games, it's hard to kind of get in the rhythm and get in the flow. And then when you start out missing a few, it kind of gets in your head. And so he's working every single day. And so everybody on the team, all the coaches, all the players, just encourage him to take those shots because we know he can make them. And so he's going to get in a better rhythm. Like I said, tonight was 2 for 4 from 3. Against Golden State, I'm not sure, but he's getting better, and so just taking those open shots. If you don't have it, drive the closeout. If you don't have that, get to the next action, which he's been very good at. And so we have a lot of confidence in T-Man, him shooting the ball, and he's only going to get better.
Over the last 2 years, you guys are 21-6 when Terrence, PG, and Kawhi start together. I know you mentioned Terrence's point of attack defense, aiding guys like Kawhi and PG to stay fresh offensively, but beyond that, what does that trio do well that has allowed you guys to win 21 of 27?
For one, T-Man's a connector. Like, he's a guy that he doesn't take away from PG and Kawhi and James as far as offensively of having the ball in their hands. And then 2, like we talked about, since he's been starting, be able to take on the challenge of guarding the best player. So Kawhi and PG can pick him up later on in the game. We don't have to spend so much energy, exerting so much energy to start the games, getting early foul trouble, chasing the best players around. And so T-Man takes on that responsibility, which has been good for us as well.
Coach, you touched on James' leadership. When did you notice that him and Kawhi started talking more? I noticed they was like gelling on the court today, for what I was kind of telling him, adjusting him, different places, what did you notice that connection from?
Probably after the first week when James got here, I think it took him a week just to kind of feel everybody out, everybody's personalities, how to talk to certain guys, and like I said, they formed a great bond, like our whole team has, and so to lose 6 games in a row and come back and win 7 in a row, just tells you a lot about our team and about being resilient, but being together and during those tough times, we all stuck together, and that's what it's all about.
Obviously, the pick and roll is essential to everything James does for his success. And you talked about many times the way even tonight, the way he's taken Zoo aside, tried to work on that. What was the hurdle that had to get past for those guys to really kind of unlock that pick and roll to get to where it is now, which is pretty successful?
Just the constant work, daily, after practice, after shoot-arounds, and then, when we acquired Tice, having a second big was really good for us. And so he's been working with those guys every single day, just about screening angles, when to get off of it, how to set it, when teams are blitzing, how he wants them, to roll, when they're in deep drops, how he wants them to roll. And he's been great with those guys. And, since James has been here, Zoo's play has went, through the roof, and so we want to continue to keep building that relationship.
Thank you.
Let's get ready for Hoop Jab.